Or we're going to let you leave without asking you maybe the most important basketball
Come on.
question of all time.
Sure.
I'm asking, and y'all both aren't going to say anything. You're going to conserve your powder because we're going to do the head-to-head segment.
Oh, okay.
Come on, conserve your powder. I think that's an old Revolutionary War
Right,
term.
it's not,
I just
that's
totally
exactly
made it
what I
up.
attribute it
For
to.
sure. I don't think they're saying it anymore nowadays. Greatest basketball player ever, Jonathan Isaac, current NBA basketball player. Michael Jordan or LeBron James? And yes, I'm putting you on the spot.
My answer is biased to a degree because
Okay.
I haven't seen Jordan play.
You guys are going to be best friends.
It's
You
great.
do.
It's
You always
listen,
do this.
It's a part of it. It's like everybody from that era is saying
Yeah.
Michael Jordan without a doubt. And the majority, I don't know majority, but in order to say, in order for me to say Michael Jordan is the best right now, is because I have to go back to a place in an era that I wasn't in. But all I've seen is LeBron.
Yeah.
And so, in the debate, you know, like LeBron, hate LeBron for different things, whatever, in terms of what he's been able to do on the basketball court from 18 to now, and he's still having, like you said, an MVP season, and he's 30-something years old. I got to give it to him.
So here's the reason he asked you.
I knew you couldn't stand
The
it.
reason he asked you this question is because we're going to do a debate on this week, actually. Yeah. And one of the things I was thinking about, and I'm glad you asked it because I was going to ask him too, because you are closer to around the same age range. And one of the things I think bodes well for Jordan in this argument, which is why I wanted to talk to you about, is people who saw Kareem and Bill Russell and who were big fans of Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, and then, you know, afterwards saw Michael Jordan play, said unanimously Michael Jordan was the greatest player. Then people who saw Michael Jordan and LeBron James now play, they mostly side with Michael Jordan. It seems to be the younger crowd who really only has seen LeBron, like you're saying, who can't go back, says LeBron James. So what do you think about that in terms of the sample size, or did things like the documentary The Last Dance, did that expose Michael Jordan to a new era of
100%.
Yes.
When it comes to just sheer mentality and will and just going after what you want and no excuses, it's Mike. Like when I saw the Last Dance documentary, I'm like, I need to get in the gym right now, this second, because of just how much he wanted it. And you can see that kind of strand of mentality in Kobe as well. So I think that's fair to say that, you know, people who have been able to see all of it, although I think that those people are older, so they're automatically like, man, it's back in.
That's what I'm saying. But that's why I'm talking about the sample size of the people whose favorite players were Bill Russell and Kareem, and who said there'll never be anyone greater. Most of those guys, after Michael Jordan came out, were like, yeah, I can't even be biased about it.
What are your thoughts on the whole, people say like Michael Jordan was playing against like janitors and...
I mean, I think Michael Jordan was playing in an era where like really, I mean, if you watch that Last Dance, like he was getting assaulted every night.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying in
the type athlete
and in the way that they played defense back in the day in terms of like help side and other things. All you have to do is beat your man. Like, so it's just one where I can respect the opinion of the other side and just kind of just stake your flag.
Well, I always say there can be logical arguments to both sides. And as the judge of this head-to-head, I'm not going to render kind of what I think, but I do think comparing eras is always really tough.
Impossible.
It's like trying to, and this may not be the greatest analogy, but it's like trying to compare like Babe Ruth, you know, right now to like Shohei Ohtani. Like, how am I supposed to do that?
Yeah.
You just said it too. You was like, you can have a logical debate about this, but I think where the person stands really comes down to like an emotional tie.
Whether it's nostalgia,
or just what LeBron has been able to do. Bottom line, they're both fantastic. They're both great. Both were able to revolutionize the game on both sides. It is what it is.
Well, speaking about nostalgia, man, we got to bring you back. This is
great.
For
fun.
Sure.
This
is fun. I can dig it.
For sure. Everybody needs to go right now and pre-order the book, Why I Stand. Great stuff. Jonathan Isaac, author, NBA basketball player, man of mystery, probably does other stuff too really well, and could have been a really good tennis player. But we'll talk about that a little more next time. Maybe once you get healthy.
We got to get back to the court.
For sure.
Get back to the game.
That's exactly right, whether it's tennis or basketball. Hey, if you like that content, go ahead and subscribe. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, String in a Cup. As long as you're listening, we appreciate you. Go subscribe now. It's Crain & Company.